Yes, you read that title right. I had to move my entire yarn stash, and I am pretty sad about it. And I know it's going to be beneficial to have it all in one room because the wardrobe cabinet, this one here, I'll insert a photo, it kind of got really wobbly. And it was wobbly before, but I was really afraid of it falling on my puppy dog or my husband or myself because it's a beast. So it started wobbling really bad, and I got terrified of it falling, obviously. So I bought these cube shells off of Amazon. I seen other people here on YouTube put their yarn on them, and that gave me great confidence. So I ordered them. I ordered 2 packs of 16, so 32 cubes in total. There are 4 cubes I couldn't fit on my wall, so they can go somewhere else in the house, or maybe I won't use them. I don't know yet. So yeah, today you're going to see me assemble these shelves. That's in 2 separate time lapses because it came on different days. Yeah, I'm a little flabbergasted that I had to do it. It sucks because I liked having my yarn in the back room. Not saying I don't like having it in this room, but what can you do? And then there is a clip I've already filmed that you'll see what I put in the back room. That's not my office anymore. I kind of switched a few things around. It will be nice to have all my yarn in one room. I am excited for that. So as you can see, I moved the worsted weight shelf as well. I kind of walked it in here by myself the other day, and it did pretty good. And then I added like some new shelves, which you'll see in a clip. But today I'm going to put away the rest of the Softy Chunky that I had to take off the shelves that I already had on the cube shelves in order to assemble the new cubes that arrived, because I ordered a 16-pack and then a 16-pack. So today you can watch me do that. This video is going to be a few different clips just because I can't do it all in one day. It's just impossible. But you'll get to see a lot of yarn, a lot of different brands that I have, different textures and stuff. So grab a project, stick around. I would appreciate it. If you like yarn organization videos, you probably will love this one. That's my favorite thing to watch on YouTube. So enjoy. I was still a little sad about having to take down that wardrobe cabinet and overwhelm myself with this, but that's the reason I'm doing it in, you know, a few different days. So enjoy this video. You will see me soon. So here's what the back room / yarn room now looks like. This is where I had everything before. My worsted weight shelf was there. Now I moved that table from my office into this room. I feel like I drag things back and forth constantly. The freezer will stay there. And this is where I had the big wardrobe cabinet with the blanket yarn. It recently lost the backing on it. Like, it just kind of popped off finally. Like, that thing was close to 20 years old, so it's fine. And then it started wobbling really bad every time I touched it. So I was getting a little worried about it because I didn't want it to fall on the dog or my husband or myself. So that is where my completed cardigans for sale will stay. Hopefully by the winter time, that'll be a lot less. So we'll see. I still got to move these totes and boxes here. They're not going to stay in this room. And then what I call my office is this room. This is where I had my sewing business for 12 years. Right now, it looks like a yarn store. Goodness, it's just crazy. So here is how it's looking. I can't really go back any further. So you'll see I've moved the worsted weight bookshelf right there. I kept everything on actually and then moved it, except for a few things that I knew were going to fall off. So like the small cakes, I moved that shelf into the laundry basket there and kind of dragged it into this room. Well, I walked it into this room. I didn't drag it because I don't want to scratch my floors. So I'm waiting on cubes from Amazon to come in. I've seen other people on YouTube hold their yarn in them, and they're like the plastic cube shelves that click together with like a little joiner type of thing. So you'll see that in a bit once they arrive. I'm filming this on Sunday, and they're supposed to arrive on Wednesday and Thursday, I think. So this is what it's looking like. That box will not stay. It's a donate box. And then the 2 towers I will move, if I can point to them. I'll move them somewhere. I do want to work on the yarns that are in those totes or towers and just throw them elsewhere in the house. And this wooden shelf here, we had upstairs in the spare bedroom, and it was collecting, well, it was just holding junk. So 2 birds, 1 stone. I decluttered everything that was on that shelf and got a donate box in the car. And then this beautiful wicker shelf. I love wicker so much. This beautiful wicker shelf I found on the side of the highway just down the road. Somebody clearly was, wanting somebody else to take it. So that was great. And I refreshed it. It was painted white already, but I had to, kind of take a few pieces off because they were broken and just hanging. If you look closely, there are a few things missing, but that's okay. I don't mind. And I gave it a fresh coat of paint, dusted it, all that fun stuff. So that will remain there. And it's nice because it's a corner shelf. So, yay. So my worsted weight shelf, nothing's really changed there. I do got to put this stuff back on that shelf, but we'll get there. So yeah, that is my plan for today. Today is Sunday, and I'm hoping on Wednesday that those shelves arrive, and then I can film myself doing a little time lapse of putting them together and standing them up on the wall. Those are now fully assembled. There is 16 cubes in total, so I did 4x4. You can arrange them in any way that you want, which I was really attracted to that when I bought these on Amazon. It does look a little uneven on the floor, but that's only because my floor is uneven, because it's an old house, and it's something I struggle with all furniture, so it's fine. It'll be okay. Once I get yarn on it, it'll look fine. So I do have 16 more cubes coming. I don't think I'm going to put any more over there, only because I don't like stubbing my toe on things when I come in the room, because that's always annoying. These are pretty sturdy but flimsy, if that makes any sense. Once the other 16 arrive, I'll kind of do a little show and tell closer to the camera. But yeah, they're pretty sturdy. It was easy to put them together. I can understand why the instructions said you need 2 people to assemble, because it would be nice, yes, to kind of have somebody on the other end clicking them in for you, but I think it would also be difficult because you would easily pinch their fingers. But yeah, I'm really impressed with this thing. It was $70 Canadian for this amount, like 16. They had some that were 3-pack or 6-pack, I think an 8-pack, but I thought, go big or go home. So I have 16 more coming. I think I will put like 2 or 3 rows up there on top of these ones. And then the reason I had bought this brand, C&A Home, I'll link them in the description box. The reason I bought this brand is these little connectors, these little white circles. You can connect them in any single way that you want. So any configuration that you can dream of, basically, as long as it's like a cube, then you can assemble it that way. So I'm going to do probably 2 more up here, and then up on the 3rd row, I could easily connect it all the way on top of that shelf. So I'm hoping that works. It's all going to depend on the measurements too, of course, but I think it'll look really great. So I probably will put some yarn in it tonight, just so I can get, some of this mess out of my room. Larry's tired tonight because he was at daycare overnight last night, just for a big play. So I will probably put, actually I don't even know what yarn I'm going to put in there. So I kind of feel like Bernat Blanket might be a little bit too heavy for them. Each cube is supposed to be able to hold 11 pounds. And I'm not going to shove 11 pounds of yarn in them, of course, but I don't know. We'll see. I might try my Softy Chunky first, see how I like it. And then maybe I'll switch them out for blanket yarn. I still do have this nice wooden shelf over here that is, of course, quite sturdy. So we'll see. I don't know yet. And of course, I probably will do it a few times just to see what I like and what configuration I like here in my office. Not the cubes, but like the yarn, like where I'm going to put each yarn. Because I do have a lot of Bernat blanket yarn. I also have a lot of Softy Chunky, which I recently discovered, but that's okay. I don't mind having lots of yarn. Okay, so you just see me set up the first round of shelves. I bought 16, and then I have 16 more coming later in the week, likely. So I think I'm going to put my Bernat Softy Chunky here. I might move it. I might put blanket yarn here eventually. I don't know. But for the time being, I'm sick of having all these totes in my office. They drive me nuts. So I'm going to start putting these in here. I'll probably put the big balls down at the bottom. And this will like be tippy, as you can see, because we live in an older house and none of the floors are even. I'm going to try to keep the colors together if I can. So I know I have more of this teal, for example. I think it'll be nice to keep the colors together. Easier said than done. You know, you buy more and then you gotta find some space for them. A few other weird yarns in here. This is a different gray, so I'm gonna put it on the next one up. And I probably will end up changing that, but that's okay. This is a rainbow one called Schoolyard. I hate this one. I love Softy Chunky, but I don't know. It's too much red. I hate the color red. I do have lots of the burgundy color. It's called Wine in Softy Chunky. Wine. I know I have a lot of that one right now. I'm working on a cardigan for someone, like a custom order. Commission, I guess you could call it. And so I was going through like what colors I had already I didn't have to buy for her cardigan. And I made some for her before, so I already have her sizes and all that. But I was like, okay, I'm going to pull out all the wine that I have. Wine. I call it mustard, but I think it's called, no, it's brass. That's what it's called. And then what's the other one? Pumpkin, which is like a nice orange. So I have a lot of those three right now. And I didn't have more after making her cardigan, so didn't have to use too much, which was nice. Okay, here's more of this teal. I think it's called teal. Yep, teal. Down here with the other one. And when I do pull yarn to use, I do try to use like the cakes first. Because then I don't have to, you know, continue to cake them up after I use a little bit of it. Because I don't like floppy cakes. Drives me crazy. Okay, I think that's all the teal I have, actually. Surprised by that. That's okay. There's another variegated, but it's also gray. I don't have a lot of this dark gray here, so I'm going to put it there with that. What next? There's a nice forest green. Looks funny on the camera, but it's like a forest green. Clearly I've used a bunch of these. I should recake them. And like I have a really tiny one. Here's a full skein. Okay, let's look at the color. It is dark green. Softy Chunky, and the color is dark green. I love Softy Chunky. It's one of my favorite yarns to use. It is a bulky 500% acrylic. Made at my workplace. Okay, I only have very little of taupe, I think it's called. Soft taupe. I think I'll put it here for now. Just looking at my bucket and I'm like, okay, what kind of goes with what? Because I don't want to, you know, just leave a shelf like this. And it's like, well, that's a waste of space. I do have some Charisma loops and threads in here. I know it's not exactly the same, but it's really similar. Like, you put it in a cardigan, you really can't tell the difference at all. So this one's like an off-white. All the off-white I have, I'm using in this cardigan that I'm working on right now. But I do have like a white. Softy Chunky, and that one literally is called white. So I'm going to put it probably with the taupe color. And that might change, it, we'll see. Alright, this is also a Charisma Loops and Threads. You can see it's like a tweed. Trying to think. I could keep it with this Charisma that we talked about, but I think I'm going to put it here, only because I only have one of it. And it was thrifted, so I don't think I can get any more. And I do believe this one is discontinued as well, that white and gray variegated. I might be wrong on that, though. Okay, I have lots of this purple. It's requested quite a bit with my cardigans. Dark Mauve is what it's called. And again, it's Bernat Softy Chunky. One of the best yarns. Okay, start putting the purple up here. These are pretty deep. It's nice. The instructions and like everything online said they're 11.5 wide and 11.5 high. And each of these cubes can hold 11 pounds. So, that was pretty cool. Does anybody else have this weird habit? I said this to my husband the other day. I had said, when you're looking for something online, you do a quick Google search or whatever. And then, you look through websites and stuff. And then it comes up, like the ad, like this is on Amazon. I never think to look at Amazon first. I never do. I looked at every other place for shelving. Like Home Depot, Canadian Tire, Home Hardware, Rona, Lowe's, whatever you want to call it. And I looked everywhere except for Amazon. And of course, Amazon's the last place I look, and they have exactly what I needed. So that worked out nicely. Hello, Larry. What are you doing? Don't knock over the camera, please. Hi. You still tired? You spent the night at daycare. You're so tired, but okay, I do have more of this little gray. Let's sniff. There you go. That there. It's funny, whenever I pick him up from a stay at daycare, he always checks the house, like what has changed. But this time it was just one night. Okay, you can go. Go on. You can leave. Go ahead. Go. Hop over my leg. There you go. Good boy. You just want to be in the shot? Okay. Hi. He sniffs everybody's ears as soon as he meets them. I'm a little busy right now there, dude. Sorry. I'm a little busy. If you enjoy dog content, you can find a bit on my channel. I know, I missed you too. It was only one night that you were away. Only one night. I know. You're snoozy. Can you sit? You're welcome to lay here. Can you lay down? Yes, my leg makes a great pillow. All the time. There you go, good boy. Yes, okay, can I keep doing this? Oh, I heard the husband come home, so Larry's gonna take off anyway. Okay, so this one is called Forest. I got lots of that one. I do use it quite a bit. And honestly, at the Yarn Factory outlet store in Listwool, like my workplace, at Spin Right, if one of the colors I need is in stock, I buy honestly like 20 of them because I get an employee discount. So they work out pretty cheap for me. And they're not often in stock. Maybe because I tuck them up so much. So maybe it is my own fault. This looks like a full skein. But sometimes like they're floppy and I don't like that, so I kick them up. Some nice brown. I like this one. I think it's just called brown or dark brown. One of the two. Either way, they're pretty. Big new eyeballs. Yeah, hi. You're pretty. You said you're pretty, Larry. Okay, I'm gonna put it with those for now. More purple. Royal blue. It's the only one I have. I don't use it super often. When people request this one, they usually request it with a nice purple there, or what's the other one? Oh, like a brass. Actually, I'll insert a photo of what I recently used it with. It's cute the way it turned out. I like the primary colors with the black. Hopefully I remember to insert that photo. Apologies if not. I don't really have any other blue. Is your button one of the cubes? Yeah, it is. Just some random balls now. At the end. More Charisma. Loops and Threads. I love that one. That is the color Northern Lights. It's the only light teal I have. This one's called light teal, as opposed to the dark teal. I don't know where I'm going to put it. This is all I have. So I'll put it here because there's a bunch of randoms in there. I try to keep the variegated together. So, yay. Alright. I had less Safty Chunky than I thought. Unless I'm missing a tote. I guess I am missing the navy because I have like 50 balls of the navy because it's discontinued. Drives me crazy. It's my most popular ones. I use that the most. So when they told me it was being discontinued, because I work there, I got a heads up. I ordered like 100 skeins. I think I've used quite a few now, so I think I have 40 left. On my last yarn organization, well, sorry, on one of them, I don't know which one now, sorry, I talked about these. They're not Softy Chunky, but they're very similar, so I am going to put them in here. Surprised at how much storage I still have. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cubes are untouched, so. I am tempted to cake these up because they're a little messy. But for now, I'm going to put them in here. Okay, I'm not going to bore you to tears with doing this. So I'm going to time-lapse me doing this bag, and then the bag with pink, purple, and this color. I don't want to bore you too much. I wanted to show just how large these are. There's 12 full skeins of Softy Chunky in there. They're 100 grams each, I believe. Yep, 100 grams. So 12 can fit comfortably. I think squishing 13 would just not be good. But 12 is actually really good. So now I can buy more yarn. I'm going to buy more yarn anyway, but I just wanted to show you how much fits in there because I was curious too. So yeah, that's nice to have. I like this. I like this. What do you call it? Cube shelf. And as I said, it is wobbly only because our floors in the house are uneven. They slant that way because there's an old chimney there and there's nothing we can do about it. So, yeah, I thought that looks pretty good. Considering how little of Softy Chunky I have, I thought I had a lot more, but of course, it wasn't rearranged or arranged very nicely in that old wardrobe cabinet that I had. So it seemed like a lot because every time I go to reach for one ball, everything would fall out just because of the way I had it set up. So at least now I know I don't have to use all these cubes for Softy Chunky. I thought I was going to have to. So yeah, I could not have the other 16 come, but I still had to put on my blanket yarn and this and the other 16. So yay. It'll be nice to have all my yarn in one room, but I'll recap at the end and stuff. So my microphone is still charging. I'll try to remember to talk loudly. It's tough for me though, because I get distracted and then I start mumbling. So hopefully this works. I have some free time today, so I really want to get this done so I can get everything off my floor. Driving me crazy. Of course, Larry's right in the way, as always. Typical sheepdog. Okay, so these shelves, of course, with the instructions and stuff, they had said put the heaviest items on the bottom, obviously. So I know obviously that's cotton. I'm not going to put cotton on this shelf. I have that wooden shelf over here I'm going to use for cotton because I don't have a lot of cotton. So they probably will fit in a small bucket on that shelf. So I'm going to put some blanket yarn on these bottom cubes here, and yeah, good times. I don't think I'm going to talk much through it because you've seen all the colors that I do have anyways, so I plan on just putting them away, and I'll probably speed up the camera a little bit. I'm not going to time lapse, but I'll speed it up and put some nice music or something over it, or maybe a voiceover. So here we go. Today is Friday, August 2nd, and tomorrow I have to drop off, well, I'm going to drop off a big yarn donation. So I'm using this clip to hold myself accountable. I want to grab at least 15 skeins from my collection to donate. That being said, what I've already pulled from a recent thrift store haul is not going to count. I already knew I was donating this stuff, but from what's over there, I want to grab 15 of them to donate. Don't mind the yarn on the floor. I just did a thrift haul video. So I figured this is a good time to grab all these. These are almost all the same. They're Bernat Baby Jacquards. I got it at like an estate sale purchase type thing. And they've been sitting on my floor for 2 or 3 weeks. And I just have no interest in using them. So this is only going to count as one. 1 out of 15 done. And I am going to lose count here in a second. We'll get to 4 and I'll forget. Okay, I know I want to donate these. They're Bernat blanket cakes. And the charity I support does make like hats and stuff for the winter. So I don't like this one only because this is the really thick stuff that has since been kind of like moved away. And the wrist drag on it for me is really bad. So I'm going to donate these. So that's 2 and 3. I knew eventually I'd donate those, but I was holding on to them just in case. That sounds familiar. You're in the right place. We can be sisters. Okay, what next? I do want to go through my cakes here in a sec, but see something I'm going to donate before I forget. Okay, so that was 3. This will be 4 and 5. I can't remember where I got this one, but it's really thick, and I have nothing to pair it with, so it's gonna go. And this is a brand new skein of Fentex Chunky. It's 100% acrylic, but it's such a pale yellow. I don't think I'm gonna put with anything. So that can be 4 and 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 5. See, I told you I'm gonna lose count if I don't keep count. This one I'm gonna donate just because I don't like the color. I did it first, but there's nothing I really can pair it with. So this one's gonna go. And also this partially used skein of Bernat Premium in the color Purple Ash. I did an entire cardigan out of it for someone, and then all I have left is this, and I'm not going to pair it with anything else, so it's going to go. So this is 6 and 7. Just about halfway there. I don't want to donate any blanket yarn, only because I'm going to start using it again soon for like winter cardigans. Softy Chunky I use a lot. So basically nothing from these cubes can go. So I'm looking mainly now at like acrylic yarn. And I do have like a good size scrap bin over here, but there are a lot of like really fun yarns, so I'm not going to donate those just yet. Maybe at some point it'll come to that. Okay, so my next thought is I really want to donate the cakes that I know I'm not going to use because I don't like the texture of them. A lot of these are vintage, and I have caked them, but the texture, I know I'm not going to use them. Okay, so textures that are fine, I'm going to put over here for now. Okay, so the purple in my hand can go. Not very nice. Same with this purple. And this one. Oh, those are the same. There's another bit of purple ash, so this can go too. All right, so that was 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I need to count this as 1 because it was 1 originally. So that's 10. The problem with cakes, they fall everywhere. I kind of shoved it in a, what do you call it? A shelf like this. All right, so that was 10, 11, 12, 13. So I got two more to go. And a lot of those, like those cakes that you just seen were thrifted, like vintage, and you know, I caked them up just to see if I would like them or not, but turns out I don't, so that's okay. Here's another one. Oh, this came in like an estate sale, and it's a full skein Red Heart Super Saver, but it's like the old stuff that's really, really scratchy, so that can go. That's number 14. Okay, one more. Put this in there. Just feeling for texture, because if there's one I don't like, it's gonna go. Actually, you know what? There's one back here I'm gonna donate. The texture is fine, but the color I have not been able to pair with anything, so it's just time. It's time for it to go. Somebody else can use it. The charity that I support, their most preferred weight of yarn is worsted weight because of how versatile it is. So it's a really nice yarn, just it's hard to pair this with anything, so this one can go. Although that being said, I just got commissioned for a piece and she gave me some yarn to use, but this matches that yarn. Okay, so I'm going to keep this one just in case I need more. Because she had bought the yarn, wanted to learn how to crochet, and she's like, no. So she's like, if I give you the yarn, will you make it for me? And I said, yeah, no problem. You know what? I have one back here I'm going to donate. So this is nice. I'm pretty sure this is Patons Astra, because there was a bunch in the estate sale I had purchased, balled up, and then there was one that had ball band on it that was similar to this. Okay, so that's 15. That helps to hold myself accountable. I do love thrifting yarns, so like I bring a lot in that I donate half and I keep half. Then eventually I donate part of my half because I'm not reaching for it, and I refuse to let myself hoard yarn. When I was a teenager, I had probably about 40 of the really big 110-liter totes full of yarn, and I only used like a few types, but they're so pretty. And so now I'm in my 30s and I've started knitting, crocheting again. I'm not allowing myself to hoard yarn. Yeah, I'm just not doing it. I do like thrifting yarn. I love it so much. It's probably my favorite thing to do, like yarn wise, but that's okay. I can support the charity and make videos at the same time and, you know, pull them out of the bag. That's the excitement for me. So there we go. Okay, so that's 15 yarns. Add to my donation pile. I'll insert a photo of my donation pile I'm dropping off tomorrow because, you know, I say, oh, I'm going to donate these, but YouTube people are probably like, do you actually donate them, Melissa? I do donate them. Whenever I go to the town where the lady's house is, you know, you just drop off on her porch and whoever's home brings it inside for her, and then she distributes to her volunteers. So there we go. 15 skeins of yarn, balls of yarn, cakes of yarn are headed out the door. Good morning. Today is Sunday, August 4th, I think. Yeah, it's the 4th. Or is it? Yeah, it's the 4th. 2 days our company barbecue starts, so that's what's in my brain. So I just gathered up all of my cotton, which you would have just seen in my time lapse. And I'm going to put them on this wooden shelf. Wooden shelf is what I meant to say. I'm going to put them on this wooden shelf. Can you tell it's early in the morning? I think it's probably close to, looking at the sun's probably around 8, and I've been up since 6, but that's just my brain this morning. It stayed in bed. So I think with my cotton, I'm going to organize them in color, because I haven't organized anything else in color, and I think it'll be kind of fun. So we'll start with white. I got that big ball of Handycrafter specifically because our dog groomer is going on a vacation in November on a cruise. She's like, I would love a beach cover, like a swimsuit cover up in white. I'm like, okay. So we're trading one appointment for a cover up. So that was pretty cool. This is not really cotton. You may remember I got this in one of the Facebook market hauls. It's 100% polyester, but I don't know where else to put it. And because it was already with my cotton, my brain is going to associate it to being with the cotton. So that's what they're saying. You being nosy, Larry? I just had breakfast. No, Larry thinks that there's some left in my mouth, but there's not. Do you mind? Now, things like rainbow, I'm like, where do I put those? So, in the meantime, I'll put them here. These I got at a thrift store. Yeah, at a thrift store. And they're called Stars and Stripes. They're peaches and cream. I don't know if this is still a color, but it's from 2014. It has the date right on it. August 27th, 2014. Put those there. Now there are some cotton. I have a lot of. These I got at the Spinrite outlet store in Listowel, Ontario, called Purple Perk Ombre, and they were, something went wrong with the dye or whatever, so they were on sale for, I think I got a bag of 6 for like, I want to say $3-ish, so that's like 50 cents a little ball, so I bought a bunch, so I'm going to put those aside for now, because I have a lot. And then I said to the store manager, Jan, I said, is there more if I run out during my project? And she goes, oh girl, there's a lot. So, I still have a lot here, as you just seen, but I probably will end up buying more. Okay, what's the next color in the rainbow? If I want to do like a rainbow, so I want to do white. I don't want to go white, red. I'd rather go the other end of the rainbow, so probably purple. Okay, so I have these two little lilac skeins here. Lavender, sorry, lavender. And some more. Oh, this is soft violet, but these are older. Those are Handicraft, and these are peaches and cream. They're a different color. One's more pink, but that's okay. Okay, I don't have any more purple, but I do have a lot of Fleur de Lavande, and that is for Handicrafter. These are the scented ones. It's so weird that they put scents in yarn. So strange, but they do smell nice at least. It's funny because I was working with these for about a week or two, and then my project bag, sorry, that I call my ball sack because it always has balls of yarn in it. So my ball sack was scented like lavender for a while. And I couldn't figure out what the smell was. I was like, it smells delightful, but like, where is it coming from? Duh. I don't think I realized that these were like the scented because, you know, you don't really, you look at the label like, oh, that's nice. But then like that little black cursive writing says scents. But like, it's not something you look for instantly, right? Okay. A lot of these are variegated, so it'll be a little difficult to like keep together. like in color. Alright, so I have, and a lot of these are like used, obviously. This one is strawberry. I love this color. Whenever Passionate Kelsey uses it on a top, I'm like, oh, I love that. So, nice pink. And then this one is Bernat Handicrafter in Coral Swirl. You can tell it's a bit more vintage. The die lot is 2299, so maybe it's from 1999. I don't know, but pretty cool. Either way. And then this die lot is 2199, so maybe the same year. Pink there. What's next on the rainbow? Purple, pink. I guess pink could have went before purple, or I don't know. Pink and then purple. Whatever, it's fine. I'm not changing it. Purple. Okay, what comes before purple? Blue. Okay, blue. I have a few blue, none of them match at all. So these are all the blues I have. None are matching. Oh, and this one. Larry's now bringing in one of his toys. And it's kind of like a green blue, so I'll put it in between. Start with green. More of a mint. More green. I really like this one. It is called Rosemary. No, sorry, this one's Meadow. Rosemary, I think, might be this one. These are like a green, brown, gray. And they are sugar and cream. But what's the color? This is like a really weird ball band. I got it in an estate sale or something. I don't think that there is a color number on here or a color name, so oh well. It's pretty ugly, but as I said, I got it in an estate sale, so. Oh, I missed a blue. This is Handicrafter. And the color Country Blue. It's funny because that's also a name of a Bernat blanket yarn. Country Blue. Larry knows one of his toys is behind the door over there. So he's trying to get it real hard, but can't figure it out. It's funny. Dogs, smart but dumb. Okay, I can put this green here. This is the one I recently used for my friend's little guy's sweater. And that ugly green, oh, it's nice when it's with another color, but by itself, yeah, it's gross, right? It's called Hot Green. It's a weird name. This one has a lot of green in it, so I'll probably put it there. This is called Psychedelic. If you work with Handicrafter, I'm sure you know this color. It's a nice color. And I know it looks like a mess, but oh well. I want to extend my legs, but I still have these cuts healing. I may have mentioned it in another clip, but Larry's big wire leash that I use when I run him out back for fetch got the back of my legs the other day, like last week, and they're still healing. But like they're getting there. They're getting itchy now, so good times. Okay. What's next? Green, blue. Okay, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. Okay, well I have quite a bit that's green left. I think this was also a dye mistake. Or issue, whatever you want to call it. It's called a Rick Rack Ombre. And they were, again, in these bags. And you got 6 of them for This one was a bit more expensive because they have the larger balls. Yeah, what's the gram on these is, well, 2 ounce, 56.7 grams. And these tiny ones, for example, are 1.5 ounce. So there's a difference in the size. So I have about 3.5 skeins. Green. I think multicolor, variegated, crazy yarns I'm gonna put over here. This is not 100% cotton, it's cotton cakes. And the content is 60 cotton, 40 acrylic. Yarn cotton cakes. These are too expensive in my opinion because the small one here is 100 grams, 3.5 ounce. And I think on yarnspirations.com, I had a bunch in my cart and I was like, even with my employee discount, I was like, that's not worth 100 gram little skein. I mean, it's not bad. Like, there's a good amount there. Let's look at the yardage. The yardage is 211 yards, 193 meters. But I didn't like the price. I'll try to insert a photo here. I don't remember what it was off the top of my hand. I don't want to say the wrong thing. I just didn't like the price. But also, I like to get my yarn at a discount. You know, who doesn't, right? Okay, so I guess the next one would be, next color, solid color would be orange. But I'm running out of solid colors now. I have this brown here, but I'm going to give that to my friend. Just because it's 24/7 cotton by Lion Brand, and it's nice. It's a really nice cotton, but I just don't like it. I'm not going to reach for it. I really don't use a lot of cotton. But I'm not going to donate these only because of the charity that I support. I don't think they use much cotton. And, like, I know I'll use them for something eventually. And there's not a lot. It's not taking up a lot of space. I really like this color. This is called Coral Seas. The dye lot's from 2017, so I don't know if it's still available. Coral Seas, as in like oceans. It is really nice. Put those there. I can't remember what this one is called, but oh, Buttercream, that's what it is. So this one's still available as a shade, I know that. Peaches and Cream. I know this one's called Chocolate Milk because with my color blindness, I'm like, oh wow, gray and white. How's that chocolate milk? And everybody's like, Melissa, it's brown. And I'm like, it's gray and white. I don't see any browns in here. Maybe you do. Let me know. Do you see browns in here? Because of my color blindness, they look gray. And this one is like a white variegated to me, but people are like, it's gray, Melissa. Because it's called Greige Ombre. It is a cute name. I'm like, where's the gray? So this looks gray and this looks white. So, oh well. And there's not much in those little skeins. Then I have a skein of, what's this called? Yuletide. I always want to say mistletoe, but that is the Red Heart Super Saver color of this. What are you doing? And one little teeny piece of red. My least favorite color. If you haven't watched my videos before, I hate the color red because, and I have a specific reason, throughout college and high school, I worked at the department store called Zellers here in Canada. It's like a Canadian Target. It's gone now. There's a bit of a resurgence, but it's like a pop-up thing. Doesn't count, in my opinion. So I had to wear red every day for like 7 years. And I hate the color red, and everything in the store was red, red, red. So I hate the color red. I won't wear it. I barely use it unless I'm commissioned for it. So like, somebody online one time was like, do you have any red yarn? I noticed that like through all your listings you have no red. And I was like, I have red yarn. I'm happy to use it for you, but I just don't like red. This says, I can't remember what it's called. Cotton Colors by Michaels, Loops and Threads. It's not available anymore. I wish it was. This is the only skein I got at a thrift store. And yeah, I mean, it's thinner than Peaches and Cream, but it's quite nice. And I love this color. But I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet because this is all I have is this. So maybe I'll make myself a hat. I don't know. It's pretty. I like these colors. Might wash me out a bit though, so we'll see. I might make a little dress or something for a baby. Because again, this is all I have. So I'm going to put it like that so I can look at the color. And then that one I'm donating. Talked about that already. Well, I'm giving it to my friend. So let's see how many of these I have. 6 there. Why are you tickling my foot? Pervert. Do you mind? 4. I want to keep them together. In these baggies. I can tell some of them I've used because they're a bit like squishy. So those that I've used I'm going to keep out of the bag. Alright, so 6 plus 5 is 11 unused. And then somehow I have 3 that are partially used. So 14 in total. I'm not sure what the dye issue was, but like I was at Walmart one time and I was like, oh, that looks like this. But like of course I went to like retail, so therefore it was correct. And I don't think the light blue is supposed to be in it. I'm not exactly sure. I don't remember off the top of my head. And again, color blindness is not very helpful here. But there you have it. That's all my cotton. If you're wondering what's in here, these are random balls of yarn that I've got either at thrift stores or estate sales. And just, I don't have a lot of it, so it's in there. Maybe like my one-offs type thing. You could call them scraps if you wanted. They're not really scraps though, because some of them are full skeins. But I don't know what I'm going to use them for yet. And I don't want to like throw them on my shelf because they're going to get in a tangle. So I'd rather have them in a tangle in a bucket on a shelf. Because that makes sense, right? Yes, SMRT. Here's a tip that I have for my life. These are 15-liter little buckets that I get from Canadian Tire. Any hardware store, probably Walmart, anywhere really. Dollar store also has nice ones. Some of the dollar store ones have like those like handles, which is nice. So I use these for everything in my life. If I'm going upstairs for the night, I'm taking my crochet and a snack and my water. Then I take it all up in a bucket. So I don't have to carry everything in my arms, right? So I love those. I use them for everything. I have some in my kitchen, I have some in here. Yeah, they're just nice for organizing and carrying things, transporting things. So good times. I'm almost done filming this video. I'm gonna film the rest of it like in a separate clip now. I have 1 box of yarn left in the other room to move over, and then everything is in this room now. So not everything is gonna be on the cube, well, the yarn wall, only because I have the room closet in here. That I have a few yarns up top that are in project bags. I know what I want to do with them, but they're gonna stay up there because I'm not gonna put my project bags in the cube shelves. So let's film that other clip now, and then this video will come out next Sunday, next week. I had one come out this morning. What was it? Oh, how much yarn I used in July. So that was a cool video to do too. So be sure to go watch that one if you haven't. Forgot to talk about this. This nice bag I have over here. I got at the salon, like my hair salon the other night. I was getting my pedicure because they have all services there. And I was like, I love that bag. It's so pretty. And my girl Nicole was like, do you want it? I was like, well, I'll buy it. Like, charge me for it. She's like, no, it was from his free sample kit from Moroccan Oil. So you can just have it. Like, we've been giving them out. If somebody mentions it, or, you know, to loyal clients. Because I've been with that salon for about 10 years now since they opened. So they all know me in there. When I had my sewing business, that was like my social time. Because I sewed all day from home by myself. And then getting out for services or appointments or whatever. That's how I got my social time. So in this bag are the start of Daisy Granny Squares. So these are 12 double crochets in a chained circle. I don't like the magic circle. I cannot do it. I will not do it. No, I do chains every time. So there's a lot in there, probably close to 100. So I thought that was a good space for them because then they're contained and they're not just in a drawer somewhere. So I've grabbed the last box of yarn from the other room. This is it, that's all. Everything will be in this room now, so yay. So I'll show you the contents. First up is my least favorite color, red. Came from an estate sale. I wouldn't actually go out and buy red unless I needed it. Next up is Caron cakes. They're Caron Chunky cakes in the color Cherries Jubilee. It is a nice color. I mean, it's red, but it's a nice yarn too, so this is all I have. Don't know what I'm gonna make with it. Maybe a daisy granny square cardigan. Then I have this beautiful yarn. I love this. It's Copenhagen by Loops and Threads. It is 100% acrylic. Let me double check that. Yep, 100% acrylic. And this is the color Daydream. It's so pretty. I love this. I have been saving them. I don't know what for, but I just haven't found a project for them yet. I might do something for myself, just because of how nice it is. I actually got this on a Facebook Marketplace deal. She used to work for Michaels. She got into knitting crocheting for a bit and then she's like, I'm out. So she was like, somebody buy all my yarn. And it was like a diaper box full of yarn. Not something crazy, but I love these. So it was worth it for these. And I probably will cake those up. Same yarn in the color Stardew. Cute name. And then same yarn in the color Fjord. Yeah. Stardew is pretty. Fjord, it's okay. And the last one I have is this. I don't remember what it is. I don't think I ever had the ball band for it. I think I got a thrift store and then I kicked it. It is a really nice color. 100% acrylic. I can tell because no reaction to wool. I wish it was a bit more sunny to show you this room, but what can you do? So here's how it's looking. There's still some yarn over there, but that's okay. These are the yarns I have to wind. That's Larry. Okay, so all the cotton is now loaded on the shelf, so that's nice. And then, of course, that regular bookcase there is the worsted weight yarn. And then on the corner shelf over there is my scrap cakes. Some worsted weight I couldn't fit, and all the navy softy chunky, probably about 50 skeins, because sadly it's discontinued and it's a color I use all the time, so I bought a bunch. And then up there is a bunch of blanket yarn, some Caron anniversary cakes, softy chunky, and blanket yarn. And then some, you know, projects that I have to finish. Speaking of projects I have to finish, there are all my UFOs or whips, whatever you want to call them, in project bags. So I do a video coming out about those soon. And then up there in my closet is another Caron anniversary cake and some project bags. So those are products I have planned. And yeah, that is, well, I guess now the yarn room. You tell Larry's tired. So there you have it. It is a beautiful view. I agree. I will use my camera feature and show you the whole thing. There you go. It's a pretty good shot. It's crazy to have all my yarn in one room now. There's nothing left in the back room. So I had to move my entire yarn stash, but it is nice to have everything in one room. As always, thank you so much for watching my video. If you got this far, I appreciate it. Yarn organization is my favorite thing to watch on YouTube from other creators, so I figured I would get this done. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. If you want to see other content, head to my channel. I started YouTube, I think, in April, so I try to upload every Sunday. That is my routine. Hopefully that sticks. Fingers crossed. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. And please remember that you are strong, you are beautiful, you are loved, and the world loves having you here.